I think people tend to think it's mainly with teens because that's what we hear about a lot, you know, in the news, especially locally, teens or young adolescents. But it's actually a an issue that can affect anyone of any age at any time. So it is a major issue. It's not something that should be swept under the rug. It's something that needs to be addressed. Usually, people are going through some type of emotional turmoil, whether it's depression from job loss, divorce, loss of a loved one. Usually, there's a feeling of hopelessness. There's no, they have no reason to go on. They feel they have no reason to go on, no purpose. And that sense of hopelessness is just kind of like a hole. It just keeps getting deeper and deeper, and they feel there's no other way out. If you know of somebody that's going through a hard time, like I mentioned before, you know, if somebody's going through a divorce or they just recently lost a job, or more recently, let's say Hurricane Harvey victims, you're going to be seeing a lot of issues coming up, you know, anxiety, depression, all of that. If you know that somebody's going through a hard time, check in on them, you know, be there for them. Sometimes people don't say anything or they don't reach out because they don't know the right thing to say. But it's not necessarily having the right thing to say, it's actually showing them that you are there for them, being a good support system for them. And like I said, just checking in on them. A lot of times somebody contemplating suicide, what they'll start showing signs, you know, giving away prized possessions, saying goodbye, things like that. Let's say somebody who has been going through depression, all of a sudden they're a little bit more upbeat, like, oh, all of a sudden things are going to get better now. They have a better outlook. Those are kind of little telltale signs that they're contemplating suicide. I think it does bring it, it's easier to talk about because there is that stigma surrounding suicide. You see it across everywhere, you know, culturally, certain religions, you know, up until recently, the Catholic Church wouldn't recognize and give a proper funeral or a mass for a suicide victim. That's changing, so people are becoming more understanding of the reasons for it and the fact that people aren't alone. They don't want people to feel alone. So I think that with celebrities that do commit suicide, it's bringing it to the forefront. It's kind of putting it out there in your face that this is something real. It can affect anybody.
What I think about suicide is that it's a complicated issue towards an individual and to their loved ones, since it involves death, and death cannot be brought back. It cannot be brought back from life, and it'll hurt your loved ones, and it'll actually create more problems towards your loved ones because they have to now take care of you, take care of your body, and of your and the problems you had to solve. I don't think this is addressed enough because there's more suicidal rates climbing up, and not many and more people are dying because killing themselves because not many people are paying attention to them. They're famous people, and like the whole world knows them, and so more people will be more involved on suicidal people because they don't want that to happen. I'll go with that person and talk to them, make sure they're doing fine. I will be with them all the time, and also I will seek their loved ones, like family, parents, and if it's to an extreme point, I'll go to a professional, and so on. My message to them will be, I would say seek help. Not to life is a precious thing. It's the most beautiful thing there is. The whole world, the universe. It can be tough sometimes, but it's worth it at the end because you'll feel accomplished of something, and you'll feel better at the end if you seek help. And
you're not alone. You do have a purpose in life. There are people that love you, and there's always, always hope. Just ask for help.